competition where you are running against another group, group versus group. The scientific requirement is when you were doing the group discussion, you were basically competing with one another. Even if I tell you not to do it, you will still do it. It is human. When the discussion is going on, you want to contribute better, he wants to contribute better, everybody is in competition with one another. That is one. Secondly, the topic is like this, and there are leads going out of the topic. There is no question of people agreeing to one solution, because competition is there. You say India should attack Pakistan. The other side says no, India should not attack Pakistan. Divergence in the views is there. Am I right? As the thing is progressing, the angle of divergence is extending more and more and more and more. Mathematics, simple. No doubts? But if you really see, in other words, you are in disagreement state with one another. But so far as I am concerned, I am your group testing officer. I have to test you in a situation when you are in a group. When you start divergent views, disagreeing with one another, how can two competing people can never be a group? If members of a team are competing against one another, well, they can never work like a group, can they? They have to contribute, they have to cooperate, they have to adjust, and then they will work like a team. My scientific requirement is to make you work like a team, but your inner human behavior is comparing you to get into competition with one another, so there is a contradiction. Therefore, the tasks while designing have got some scientific consideration of ensuring that as the tasks are progressing, the team building is going on side by side. Now the technical team building aspect is when you are in competition in group discussion, next stage I make you again compete in the group planning exercise, but after that I make you think and work inwards. By that I mean, when you start working inwards, you start exchanging your views in such a way, give and take starts. Because you are required to make a common plan. Pick up the best of others. If his point is better than mine and I am giving it to him, what am I doing? I am cooperating. Give and take is starting. Am I right? That is how you will arrive at a considered opinion for evolving a group task. One, corporate solution. So this is the task which we are going to talk now is called GOR. Group Obstacle Race. With me?
Yes, sir.
Now, after group planning exercise, we make you work in a group. Stop writing, my dear. No need. We make you work in a group in PGT. You work as a team. Collectively, automatically you are cooperating. Team building is going on, side by side. After you have finished your stage 2 or partly of stage 3 or your PGT is over, we make you to the highest stage of team building, and that is we make your team compete against the other team. So when two teams are competing to make your team win, you contribute, that chap makes contribution in his team. Two teams, when they compete, the team spirit goes highest. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, that is the scientific reason of having group obstacles. Is that clear? So far as the team building is concerned. Nobody will be telling you this in selection board. Neither it is required nor it will be explained. But I am giving you the reason as to what is the scientific reason of doing it. This task which we are going to do is very simple. You have a start line and a finish line. The stretch between the two is something like 200 feet, 300, 400 feet. That big it is. You have structures here. This way, there will be 6 structures. They are into rows. There are 4 rows maximum. one team lines up here, second team, third team, fourth team. At any one time, 4 groups can do the task. With me?
Yes, sir.
If this is what is the situation, minimum 2 groups have to be there to do the group obstacle race. Any doubt? Single person cannot have a competition. If here the task is slightly different in the sense, one testing officer will collect the complete groups, all 4. He will be the conducting officer. As a conducting officer, he will be briefing the people. Other testing officers will be on the sides, watching their own group behave and perform. Right? Therefore, the briefing given by him will be something like this. Gentlemen, you have finished with your progressive group tasks. Now we will have a competition amongst the groups. I will be your conducting officer. You will line up on this start line. Please stand there. You will stand. Next to you, you find this rolled up tent, which is rolled up like this, longer, with rope on it. And we say, now this is what is the snake. The snake becomes member of your group. In other words, now you are 8 of you, plus your snake makes 9 members. You will carry this snake with you and do exactly what you are doing. You will make your snake also do the same. Therefore, it is also called snake race. There are few people who will call it as a snake race, but the word actual name for it is group obstacle race. Snake has got 2 aspects of the rules. One, snake is a member of your group. What are you writing? What are you looking down? Look up. Secondly, whatever you are doing, snake will be made to do the same, because snake cannot do of its own. When you are negotiating the obstacle or tackling the obstacle or doing the obstacle, which I will tell you what are these obstacles, the snake has 2 rules at that time. One, at that stage, snake can be made to bend, take any shape. At any one time during the tackling or the negotiation of the obstacle, minimum 3 people should be holding the snake. Is that clear? 2 conditions. Snake can bend and minimum 3 people should be holding the snake. When you are running in between the obstacle, when you are running in between the obstacle or between the start line and the finish line, the gaps, you are not doing any obstacle. That time snake has to be held by all of you. All members should be holding the snake. This is the rule. And preferably the snake should be parallel to the ground. By that I mean, why is it done? So that one candidate puts the snake on his shoulder, other one holds it like a suitcase, the third one pulls it through his legs. That's not done. When you keep it parallel to the ground, either you have one candidate here, one candidate here, one candidate here. This could be one pattern. This could be one pattern. Candidates on one side, snake on the other. Candidates this side, snake this side. These are the only 3-4 options. It is always better to hold the snake on one side, like a suitcase which you carry on a railway station or platform. It will be easier for you to hold. Right? While doing the obstacle, 3 members to hold it, make the snake do what you are doing. Snake can bend, take any shape, this, that, something is all allowed. Supposed to be done. When you are running in between the obstacle or you are not doing the obstacle but you are covering the distance, that is the time snake should be parallel to the ground and all members should be holding it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
aspect with regard to snake is over. Thereafter, he'll say, right, gentlemen, I will take you inwards, inside, from start line to finish line, show you these obstacles, tell you how they are to be done, what are the rules, what are the procedures for doing it, and rest of the things will be explained by you. Okay, follow me. He takes you to the task. Before that, if you notice, there is no helping material. Structures are there, they have a color. Group rule, is it applicable here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is a group?
Start with the group and you can finish.
What is a group here?
Or
Candidates and snake, yeah.
Candidates and snake.
And the snake. It means group rule is applicable. Rule of infinity, applicable.
Yes, sir.
Because start line, finish line exist. Rule of the rigid, applicable.
No.
Not applicable because there are no helping materials. Rule of the color, applicable.
Yes, sir.
Finished. Rule of the distance.
No, sir.
No, it will be applicable. Will be applicable, will not be applicable. It will not be applicable. Because here you will be allowed to jump more than 7, 8, 10, 12 feet, whatever you want to do, your most welcome. The rule of the distance of the 3 feet is not applicable here. That is the only difference. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
He will show you the first obstacle. The first obstacle which we are going to basically be seeing will be something like this. Slope going upward. And then there is another one higher than that, left, right. It's something like a zigzag. It could be 2 pieces, it could be 3 pieces. It's a basically inclined angle gaining height, balance more, nothing much. With me?
Yeah.
So basically when you start doing the obstacle, in case you touch the ground, slip, you have committed the mistake, fall back to the first stage again and do it. So the same very task. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Second, it may be in the form of a gate this height. You come running, put your hand on top of the portion here and give a kick, jump over the thing, scissor jump. Those of you who have been in athletics, high jump, or whichever way you want to go over the thing and land the thing. Gate hold. Okay? Some obstacles may be missing. I will give you 7, 8 of them, out of which 6 are likely to be there. This is the second one. There is a third one, which is something similar. In this, you come down, go from here, get the other side, come out of this, go over this again, come back from this, and then from the down below, go down and go straight. If you notice, you have come like this, you have made a figure of 8. Is that clear? This is called figure of 8 gate. Clear? It is not difficult. What is difficult is when one chap is going this side, the other chap is coming upper niche. It's a whole lot of confusion. Traffic management becomes a problem. So be little intelligent. Those who are going first time from here, they get inside this way. Those which who are going second time, they should get out from this side. So that when you enter like this, and then go. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
If you do that, there will be a traffic managed. Otherwise, one chap is stepping on the other chap. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is third. There could be fourth one, which is like this. Two bullies joined together, and there is a height. Two bullies going up like this, and then they going down there. When they are going up, you have a stopper in between, so that you can put your feet on it. You are gaining height. Get on to the other side. Sit with your palms on it, and keep holding and keep coming down. You won't slide, but just to move down there. Is that clear?
Yes.
This is one of the obstacles. There's a huge wall which is at an angle I am showing. It could be as high as 8 to 10 feet. This is as wide as 18 to 20 feet. The width on top of it is anything up to 18 to 20 inches. 8, 10 feet high. You come running from here, you climb this wall, go over the wall and jump to the other side. You have to go over the wall. Like the wall is in front, the group has to go over the wall. So what do you do? Against the wall, two of you hold your hand like this, that's a push him, he goes up. So ऊपर चले गए, दो नीचे, and then passing the feet. Go to something. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And you have to maintain the 3 people touching the snake rule. That has to be applied. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Similarly, there is another. There is a wall like this. It is 6 feet high. Some 18-20 feet wide. There is another wall here. Same 6 feet high. Something similar, parallel. 8, 9 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches wide. क्या कर रहा है? What are you drawing? What are you doing? Shame on you. Four pipes are connecting this big pipe. We expect the candidate to climb this and walk on this pipe and go also. The group is something like what you see in the villages, a big Panigi pipe and children are walking on that. What is there to draw in it? If I say 6 feet and it comes out to be 7 feet, can you do anything? I just told you, there's no need to write ABC. You want to learn ABC now? This is 1. How many are over so far? 6. One more is there. Out of the 7, any 6 could be there. That is not of consequence. What is there? It is. He will explain you how it is to be done. You will understand it. If you are walking on this pipe and you fell down, well, get back here and do it again. If you slip, there may be some portion which is painted red. If you touch it, that is violation. Get back to the start point of that very obstacle and do it again. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
These are the 6 obstacles which he has made you do. Explain. After that, you people would have been somewhere near the finish line once he has finished with the explaining. The groups are here. 6th obstacle has been explained. Then he says, right judgment, when you finish a race, what do? People put Allah, Allah, Hanuman ki jai, Bharat Mata ki jai, whatever is your work like. Don't you yell that? Don't you shout? Same thing, it is okay, this group, what is your work like? Hanuman ki jai, or something, Bharat Mata ki jai. Something, whatever it is. He'll make you practice that. And then he'll make all of you practice that collectively. What is this technique? It may sound very foolish. What is it? But once you know the technical, scientific reason as to why this is being done, to bind you into a team. Everything being done is to bind you into a team. Therefore, it is done practice. Come on, gentlemen, I must know that we are testing. Okay? Shout. Bharat Mata ki jai, Hanuman. I am not interested. I am not getting anything out of it. What I am getting is the team building which is coming in you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
2-3 times he will make you group from here. Okay, run to the finish line. When you cross the finish line, you will try your war cry or team cry, whatever you are calling it. No, I am not said. Do it again. Was it done like this? You were Air Force? Air Force. All Air Force. No? In Air Force they don't do it, reason I don't. But they don't do it. They are being told to do it, but they are not doing it. They have their own reasons. But it is those of you who have been to army, anybody who has been to army SSB, was it done?
Yes, sir.
It must have made you practice once or twice.
Yes.
You must have realized at that time, but what is he thinking, why is he doing all this nonsense? We are grown up people. This is the reason he is doing it. Once everything is clear, before he leaves you from here, he'll say, okay, gentlemen, look back. Yeah, see the obstacles this side. These are the obstacles you have to do. Gentlemen, there may be a situation when you break the rules. If you break the rules, you will repeat the same obstacle. However, there may be somebody who is breaking the rule and not repeating the obstacle. In the melee, he must be thinking that he can get over it, but I will not let that happen. I find any group member breaking the rule, I will impose penalty. At whatever stage I find, I will impose penalty. Penalty imposition will be in the form of two things. One, it could be in the form of seconds. 6 seconds or 10 seconds penalty imposed. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 6, 3, 2, 1. I'll hold that group, other groups will keep moving. Automatically penalty is imposed. Second way of imposing a penalty will be, okay, this group stop, any two members repeat the obstacle. They will take some time. Once they repeat that obstacle, penalty is there as compared to the other group. Is that fine? These are the two ways the penalties are imposed. To you, it will look as if he is doing religiously penalty imposition. Actually, he is doing something else. He is keeping the four groups' movement in coordination. He is managing the movement. One of the group is very weak. Other group is very, very fast. If I let the fast group keep proceeding, the weaker group will give it up. To the hell with it, we are not doing it. Wo to aani hai, so we'll walk along. Then that group will not get the team building, which is my aim. This may have got it, that group is not getting, but that's against my requirement. My requirement says I must have it. Therefore, I impose a penalty by using the word, gentlemen, I find you people in this group are breaking rules. He may be a member who is not breaking rules, that chap may be a member who is not breaking rules, but somewhere the thought process is coming in his mind. I am not breaking, but somebody in my group must be breaking, as this GTO is saying. So as a German, I find people breaking rules, two people will repeat this obstacle. He will say he's not broken it, that chap will say he's not broken it, he'll say he's not broken it, but everybody is having doubt on the chap having broken it. So my aim is achieved. Two people will repeat, time delay is imposed, or I'll say I'll impose that penalty. Actually, I'll keep the corner of my eye fixed onto that group. If it is coming fairly close, then it's okay. But I'll not let that situation happen that I impose a penalty on them and I let that group overtake them. I have no love lost for them. Is that clear? If I find I have given 10 seconds penalty, after 3-4 seconds that group will take over. I have given by mistake 10, I'll say okay 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 6, 7, go. No, it is in my hand. But if I find I have given 5 seconds penalty and that group is not going to come anywhere near for another 20 seconds, I'll keep disturbing you. Right, gentlemen? Time is, you people are not, I will not let you know, sir, please, sir. Time wasted is going on. In other words, that group is moving ahead. I'll say, okay, 5, then somebody will speak, gentlemen, if you speak, I will start. 5. It is just a joke. But at the same time, my bottom line requirement is stage managing the people of the other group to remain, keep their interest alive. I'll continue. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
This is the way the task is completed. This is what the task is all about.